Hi guys, to a new YouTube video on this channel. Yes, you see, I am serious about surviving it. So what are we talking today is we're gonna talk about my travel to Arizona, because it was my very first time outside of Europe and of course also the first time in the US. And I'm gonna tell you about what I liked, what I maybe not liked as much, and well, would I go there again? What are the next US plans? I don't know, stuff like that. So let's gonna get started. Okay, first thing that I really liked a lot, and I know it's not a big deal and it's small, but it is different than what we have in Germany. When you go to a restaurant, you get a free refill, like on your Coke Zero, on your water, on your Sprite, on all these nice things. You get a free refill. How cool is that? We don't have that in Germany. In Germany, everyone is like, oh, give us money, pay us. No, but for real, I really love the free refill. So that's maybe a small point, but free refill. I loved it. I love Arizona for free refill. Is that everywhere in the States? Like, is that a normal thing or is it an Arizona thing? That I never know. Then second, what I really loved, were the streets. What happened there? Like, okay, first I must say, when I arrived, I booked a car and I went there and the lady showed me like the biggest cars ever. I looked at them, I was like, me tiny. You want tiny car? And she was like, oh, darling, oh, sweetheart, I have this really cool car for you. Like, check this out. I prepared it just for you. And I was like, lady, why has she so much personality? Like, why is she such a persona? She could have been a famous influencer, I tell you. She even said that her name, I think, was Sparkled. And I was like, oh, yes, Slay, that absolutely fits. Because she had sparkling purple hair. She had sparkling belt, like sparkling gems everywhere. And I was like, wow, there's a celebrity giving me my car. Yeah, and she showed me around. She showed me all these beautiful cars. And they were very beautiful. But they were big as heck. I am not driving big as heck cars, okay? I have a normal sized car. So for Germany, I have a big car, okay? But these cars were like double the size. She couldn't, like, I even said like, hey, do you have like a smaller car? Because, I'm not sure where this was parking. It's a new country. It's my first time being here. I want something, like comfortable. And she was like, oh yeah, sure, babe. I got you. And she brought me to a car that was like 2 centimeters smaller than the other ones. That's probably like 1 inch. Because yes, that also differed. Oh my god, miles, kilometers, yards, and feet, and we have centimeters and meters. Like, everything was different, but great. So I don't know, in the end I still got a big car, but she was like, do you really want that car? And I was like, what's wrong with that car? She was like, no, it's okay, if you want that car. And I was like, it's a big car. It was a big car. For her it was apparently a very small car. Then I drove out and I knew why she thought that, because every single car on the streets was huge. And I mean, huge. Maybe if you're American, you watch this, you're like, what is this girl about? Like, all our cars are like medium. No. If you ever come to Germany, we have baby cars compared to yours. Because we have baby streets. Our streets are like tight and small. And there's one car fitting on it and, per side. And your streets are, first of all, they are straight as fuck. It's cross. Everywhere is crosses. And now I also understand that when, we watch a lot of series, that was also, okay, driving ADHD, driving around and circling in my mind. However, when we were watching a lot of series, we watch a lot of American series, or series that were like recorded in America. When I first drove through the streets, it felt weirdly strange, but at the same time very known. Like familiar, but also strange at the same time. Incredible. And I think that was because, you knew everything. You knew the looks of the streets. You knew how the neighborhoods look. You knew how Arizona looks. I really enjoy Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is like my favorite series ever. Breaking Bad, recorded in Albuquerque and around, it's the same landscape. So everything felt familiar, but I've never been there. And it was like walking or driving through a series of mine. And where I wanted to go to is still that, even though everything was strange and familiar at the same time, in those series, they often say to drive around the block, take a course around the block, whatever. We don't really say that in Germany. Like, some people do, but it's always like, but why around the block, Because we don't have blocks. So our streets, in comparison, if you drive in a German neighborhood, it will go like, if you go to America and you drive the neighborhood, it's like, zoom, and zoom, zoom, and zoom. Everything is straight. For us, everything is curved and hills and up and down and blah, blah, blah. So I understand why you guys are able to drive these big cars that we just can't drive because we would just go literally downhill with them. I know, that was wilding. However, I really liked the streets because the streets were very broad, they were very wide. You often had like 4 lines for cars, and oh my god, there were robotic cars. I saw robotic cars driving for the first time in my life, and I was scared because I stood there and I looked and was like, what is going on? And I was like, and there's something weird on the car, like camera, 360 camera? I don't know, it was just driving. There was nobody sitting in the car, and then it drove and I was like, what did I just see? But yeah, I saw that car driving without a driver. And then I saw another one because in the beginning I was like, oh, you know, that is a one in a lifetime that I see that. No, it was probably 300 in a lifetime because then I saw them everywhere. I was like, how cool is that? How cool is that it works? But it only works because you're so straight. Everything is so straight. It's easy to drive. It was amazing. Highways, amazing, just straight on. I could sleep there. It's amazing. Sedona, we drove on the highway to Sedona, and Sedona is cool as heck. How is Sedona so cool? That is like a surrounding that we would never have in Germany. Like these stone formations, like the red and the white layers up, like look at this picture. Sedona is beautiful. It was astonishing. It was crazy to see that in real life and to, you know, drive through the valley and be like, here was an ocean probably at some point. This is all like fossilized. I don't know if you say that, like the layers of the mountains. It all has been underwater and you're like, it was crazy. Okay, I absolutely loved Sedona. I have to say something negative. The air was very dry. My throat was very... When you listen to my reel that I recorded in Arizona, you'll be like, what is going on with her voice? Yeah, my voice was very cracked and very rough. I have a very rough throat. Yes. But apart from that, the people were so kind and so outgoing. Like, you know, sometimes I would just stand there taking a selfie and somebody would approach me and be like, hey, excuse me, shall I take a selfie of you? I was like, okay, completely my German brain first thought was like, is he gonna run away with my phone? And I say yes. But then, again, I'm very naive, so I was just like, I hope not, so yes, please. And then they all took pictures. They were women and men, it was all equally. And they took pictures and they gave me back my phone. I was like, wow, that's so nice. And even though, you know, sometimes we went on a hike and we went up on a hill on Sedona. My friend Sati and I, we took pictures there on the Devil's Bridge, and we came back and we were just like, oh, you know, I told her like, oh, I'm so hungry and I could really eat something. She was like, yeah, same. And then there was a woman next to us and she just gave us a chocolate bar. And we're like, but why? She's like, oh, we're hungry. Oh, here, I also have an apple. What's going on? Like, what's the matter? Like, do we have to do something in return? Are we selling our soul? Or, I don't know. People were so kind. It was crazy. They were affirmative and listening and just outgoing. And that was very nice. I love that. Would I go back? Definitely. I would definitely go back. Actually, because I was only there for 2 weeks and I was like, I want to have more time. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to go visit all the cool damn places. So maybe one day with Sati, I'm going to do a road tour or something because I think that would be like really fucking cool. So yeah, maybe we're going to do that. Gonna see. Oh, and then we definitely need to go to a Walmart again because that's one thing I need to say though. Because a Walmart was cool. Okay, it was really cool. But why can't you buy 1 liter of milk? Why does it always need to be 1.5 liter or 2 liters even? And why is the size of everything so big? Like in Germany, you know, we have like, you know, this would be our ketchup bottle, for example. And then I want to buy a regular ketchup bottle. But the regular ketchup bottle in the US was like this. And I was like, I will never finish that as a single person. So why? That I still didn't really understand. I also didn't really understand the cup sizing because sometimes it would be like, you know, it would be normal in Germany to have everything either 200 milliliters or 250, you know, like 200, 250, 300. 350, stuff like that. And you would buy something and then it would be like 372 milliliters. What are these numbers? Why is that? Why is it 355? Why is it not 350? Maybe you're just generous and you're gifting us 5 grams, but maybe I don't want it because I want it to fit in the cup that I just bought that has 350. Maybe you can follow me, maybe you cannot. When you come to Germany, maybe you can relate. So, however, please tell me about like your best things. Tell me about what your state has, where maybe you went to another country and you missed something that your state has or that your country has, and maybe you ever visited Germany and can tell me a bit about what you like or dislike about Germany. And yeah, I'm just gonna see if you enjoy these kind of videos. I would like to do more. But yes, do tell me what you like and what you not like. Like always, did you like lighting? Did you like my fish tank? I renovated it a little bit. I hope you like it. And if you wanna chat more, you know where to find me. It's in the link in the description. Other than that, please subscribe and see you again, hopefully next week, I suppose, or maybe 2 weeks. We're gonna see. But like I said, I am serious about reviving this and doing this more often. So if you have any topics you want me to talk about, just write it in the comments, alright? Okay. So, and now, see you and thank you for watching. Mwah.